This example, find the arclength of the following curves on the given interval by integrating with respect to x. With respect to x means the segment length is the delta x or dx, and the function is in form of x. And the interval would be the interval of x from point A to point B. The arclength formula, L equals integral from A to B, square root of 1 plus y prime squared dx. In our case, y is 1 over 3 multiplied by x squared plus 2 to the power 3 halves. We find y prime. Y prime is 1/3 times 3 over 2 times x squared plus 2 raised to the power 1 half and multiplied by 2x from applying the chain rule. After simplify the numbers, we will get y prime as x multiplied by x squared plus 2 to the power 1 half, or x multiplied by square root of x squared plus 2. We're gonna need the square of the y prime. Let's set it aside. So x squared would be, the square of the y prime would be x squared multiplied by x squared plus 2. And then back to the formula, the L equals the integral from point A to point B. In our case, A is 0 and B is 1. 0 to 1. Square root of 1 plus the square of the y prime that we got on the side, which is x squared times x squared plus 2. With respect to x, what we have to do is to simplify the integrand, or the square root of 1 plus x squared times x squared plus 2. We get square root of 1 plus x to the fourth plus 2x squared. With respect to x, if we rewrite it in the order, we have square root of x to the fourth plus 2x squared plus 1. With respect to x, and you see these three terms can be factored as x squared plus 1 times x squared plus 1, or the perfect square of x squared plus 1 squared. Within the radical, square root and square, they cancel each other, so becomes the integrand just x squared plus 1 with respect to x. And then we can simplify by finding the antiderivative of x squared plus 1 gives us x to the third over 3 plus x. Evaluate from 0 to 1. Replace x with the upper limit to get 1 over 3 plus 1, subtracted by replacing x with the lower limit 0, or 0 over 3 plus 0. Therefore, we get the arclength as 4 over 3. In part B, the function y is 3 times natural log of x minus x to the second divided by 24 from 1 to 6. So a is 1 and b is 6. The function y is 3 times log x minus x squared over 24. The arclength L equals integral from a to b, or 1 to 6, square root of 1 plus the y prime squared. With respect to x, as y equals 3 times natural log x minus x squared over 24. The y prime is 3 times the derivative of log x is 1 over x minus the derivative of x squared over 24, which is 2 over 24 times x. We write it as 3 over x minus 1 over 12 times x. We're gonna need y prime squared. So squaring 3 over x minus 1 over 12x by the perfect squared, we get the first term squared, which is 9 over x squared, minus twice of the product, the first and the second term. So 2 times 3 over x times 1 over 12x, and then added by the last term squared, which is 1 over 144 x squared. Simplify the number or simplify the terms, we get y prime squared as 9 over x squared minus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 144 x squared. For the formula, integral from 1 to 6, square root of 1 plus y prime squared, which is 9 over x squared minus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 144 x squared with respect to x. Simplify the radicand. Rewrite it as 9 over x squared. 1 minus 1 half give us positive 1 over 2 plus 1 over 144 x squared with respect to x. As you noticed, the three terms, they are similar to the three terms of the y prime squared. The difference is the middle term, which is positive in sign instead of the negative sign. So we can use the same idea that we factor these three terms, and we should get 3 over x as they multiply to be 9x squared, and 1 over 12x with the positive in sign. When you multiply the middle term, the inner term and the outer term, you should get back to the positive 1 over 2. Or we say that the 9 over x squared plus 1 over 2 plus 1 over 144 x squared can be rewritten as the power 2 of 3 over x plus 1 over 12 times x squared. As we see the square root and the square within the integral, they both cancel. The integral from 1 to the integral becomes the integral from 1 to 6 of 3 over x plus 1 over 12 times x with respect to x. Now we can find the antiderivative of each term. The antiderivative of 3 over x is 3 times natural log absolute value of x. The second term gives us 1 over 12 times x squared over 2, which is 1 over 24 times x squared. Evaluate from lower limit 1 to upper limit 6. Next, replace the x with the upper limit 6. So 3 times natural log 6 plus 1 over 24 times 6 squared, subtracted by replacing the x with the lower limit 1. So 3 times natural log 1 plus 1 over 24 times 1. The natural log of 1 equals 0. So we get 3 times natural log 6 plus, so these numbers, the 36 over 24, if we keep it as 36 over 24, we can simplify it with the minus sign of 1 over 24 from the evaluating from the lower limit. Therefore, we get 3 times natural log 6 plus 35 over 24.